Okay, let's get started. It's 6 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. My name is John Semanek from District 4. Can you hear me okay in the back? Pleased to serve as this new year Pro Tem Chair. I'll be heading up the meeting for the beginning of the meeting, and then we'll move into the election for Chair and Vice Chair. First thing I want to do is do roll call, but I want to mention to the public, if you have any comments, we're going to get to pretty shortly, please fill out a sheet. I have one from Brenna, and if there's anybody else that would like to address the commission for 2 minutes, please fill out a sheet on the side here. Okay. So I'll take it through the election, and then the new chair and vice chair will take over the meeting. So nothing was submitted on the public record, so we can move on to the public comment.
You want to do a roll call, John?
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I said roll call and I didn't do it.
Yep. See, I'm familiar with that problem.
Okay. All right, Cunningham.
Here.
Wilkins.
Here.
Henry.
Here.
Holstead.
Here.
Semanek. Here. Estrada. Hernandez.
Present.
Carter.
Here.
Navarro.
Here.
Fleming.
Present.
Nicole.
Here.
Harbinger, I didn't see him. Okay. Martin.
Here.
Gamoa.
Here.
Nick. Lebowski. Okay. Okay, so we have a quorum, so I think we're good to go. So we'll move right into the public comment. So I have one. Is there any more that you'd like to bring up? Okay. So Brandon Chang from the Department of Transportation for the city.
Good evening.
Brenda Chang with the City of San Jose Department of Transportation, here to give you what I would call a movie trailer, if this was a movie, about the city's upcoming shift to what's called vehicle miles traveled. So hopefully here today I'd like to sort of pique your interest, and maybe you will invite city staff back for a deeper conversation. But this policy change is something that the Department of Transportation is working on with planning, the Office of Economic Development, Public Works, and Housing. And it's a state law change that we're trying to implement in San Jose about how we measure the transportation impact of new development. Right now, really quickly, we measure congestion at peak times at very specific points at signalized intersections. It's what's known as level of service. And under the state law, the city is proposing to transition to what's called vehicle miles traveled, which measures all miles traveled by vehicle per person per day. So we'd love to come back and tell you a little bit more about how this will change development in San Jose, how we measure the transportation impacts, what kind of investments we get from transportation in San Jose. So again, please, we want to get your feedback on how to implement this change. And if you're interested, please invite us back. I should also mention that Planning Commission will be having a study session on this issue on August 23rd. You're all welcome to come. And then we'll go to City Council for a study session on September 18th. So again, wanted to let you guys know that this is happening. And if there's interest, happy to work with your chair and staff to come back.
Welcome to District 2. I was just wondering what they use the information for. Is it for rerouting buses or?
It's when new development comes into the city of San Jose, we analyze how that might impact transportation. That's one of the many things that we look at. And so this state law change is prompting a change in the metric that we use to make that analyze that impact. Okay. So again, our actual presentation's an hour or so long. There's a lot of detail in here that we'd love to share with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have no other public comments, so I think we'll move on. Oh, can you bring it up real quick? Because we've got to move quick. I'm a pro tem. I'm very temporary at this. Okay, Ray Raskin, if I can have the sheet, you can just pass it up. Go ahead.
I'll get back to you.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Okay. Ed Rasmussen. Guy Neighbors will have a conference on Saturday the 9th. We're going to have Spur come in and talk about basically how the neighbors are going to be affected by all the changes going on. We're going to have high-speed rail come in and talk. We're going to have public safety come in and talk. and then we'll have about 30 community tables. And a number of the city departments, planning, housing, police, neighbor commission, immigrant affairs, on and on. There's a lot of the departments coming, transportation, et cetera. So you'll be able to talk to a lot of the people from the various departments, as well as the other neighborhood leaders will, to get information or be able to have access to them that you normally wouldn't have. So I think normally we're going to have at least 100, 150 people. We're invited all the council members. The mayor will speak at the beginning of it. See, we expect a number of the supervisors and assembly and senators, state senators to come. Thank you much, and all of you. Cool. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So, hold on, please, on behalf of our pro temp, please ask to be recognized. Richard Cunningham.
Yeah. When and where?
It's Saturday, September 9th, at the Seven Trees Community Center, which is off of Capitol Expressway. It's in District 7. And we have out posters and everything else. We'll also send information to Sabrina so she can actually send you the information. And oh, by the way, you can all go because it's not a violation of the Brown Act. It's basically an open public meeting, free for you to go to. You don't have to be a member. So you can all go because you're not going to be discussing anything that is relevant here. Thank you.
Okay, we have one more, Marie Arnold, representing yourself.
Hi, I'm a former 8-year commissioner in your group, and I just wanted to respond to Councilman Roach's letter. I do think that with 100,000 people in each district, it doesn't hurt us to have 2 eyes and ears listening and going to different meetings and bringing it back to discuss at this place. And I just wanted to say I'd like to have it be the way it is right now. It came down from 4. At the beginning, there were 2 of us, neighborhood commissioners, but then we had 2 backups. And for District 2, we needed everybody. I started out with, I think I started out with 2 other people. It was 3 to begin with, and with a 4th person as a backup in case, one of us dropped out. And 2 of us dropped out. Manny Souza was one, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he, was the young father with 2 little kids and real estate guy, and he was, busy. So you need to have some ears into the community, and I think 4 ears are better than, 4, I was going to say 4 mouths. It's just that I talk a lot, but 2 mouths. I think that's a good way. And that one at large, who would that be? So okay, thanks.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're on overtime, but okay.
Yeah, I had a question to answer really quickly about when and where the Planning Commission study session and City Council study session was. So Planning Commission again is on August 23rd at 5 p.m. in our council chambers. And the City Council study session is on September 18th at 1:30 p.m. in our council chambers.
Okay, thank you.